Today we've got a really interesting and kind of controversial story to talk about. It's about PornHub. Yes, that PornHub and their decision to block access to users in Florida starting January 1st. Why are they doing this? Well, it all ties back to a new law in Florida called HB3 or the Online Protection for Minors Act. We are going to unpack everything from the law itself, why Pornhub and its parent company Aylo are so against it, and what this means for internet privacy and safety. But first, what is Pornhub without its parent company? Aylo, formerly known as MindGeek, is a name that intertwined with the adult entertainment industry. But it's more than just a company, it's a digital powerhouse that shapes how content is shared, monetized, and consumed online. Let us rewind back in time to 2004 when the company was first founded as Mansafe by, I'm gonna butcher the name here, I'm so sorry, but here we go. The company was first founded as Mansafe by Stefan Manos, Isam Youssef, and Fabian Chilman. It was later renamed as MindGeek and became one of the biggest players in the adult entertainment world. With a portfolio of sites like Pornhub, YouPorn, and Brazzers, in 2023, the company rebranded as Aylo. But why did the name change? The rebrand coincided with new ownership. Ethical Capital Partners, a Canadian private equity firm, acquired the company in 2023, signaling a new era focused on responsibility and innovation.
We're doing this because, number one, we believe in it. Number two, it's an extraordinary challenge, right? So I don't want to live a life where I did only easy things. I don't want to live a life where I didn't swing big. And this is really an example of doing that. Of you have a problem. You have what I think has been a debate that's been fueled by misinformation, where the public perception is so out of whack with reality. This is one that we want to address. And that gives us personal satisfaction, right? It gives you satisfaction when I'm listening to sex workers and they're talking about their concerns and they said, where has Ethical Capital Partners, where's an organization like this been for the past decade, right? Where has this approach been? And I can't answer for the past, though I wasn't there, we weren't there. But I think, I don't look at this jealously in the sense that I don't want to be the last mainstream entry into adult. I want to be the first. I want there to be so many following us. All those it's a no-brainer people, get out there and invest in this industry. Bring your tech skills, bring your social skills, your legal skills, your law enforcement background. Do exactly what we're doing, right? I welcome it. This is a space like it's too important to care about competition. Of course, we want to have the best business, we want to have the most visitors. That's irrelevant really to the social side of it. People need to enter this space. And if we give another actor, another entity the courage to do that, fabulous. I see that as a real accomplishment for our group.
Aylo's portfolio is impressive. It includes major platforms like Pornhub, RayTube, and YouPorn, alongside production studios such as Brazzers and Man.com. Their sites dominate the adult content space, attracting millions of daily users. Headquartered in Montreal, Canada, Aylo operates globally with a corporate structure spanning multiple countries. With great power comes, well, a lot of scrutiny. In recent years, Aylo has faced significant legal challenges. Critics have accused the company of hosting non-consensual content, sparking lawsuits and public outcry. In December 2023, Aylo agreed to pay fines and compensate victims while also committing to stricter content and moderation protocols. These controversies have forced Aylo to rethink its approach. Today, the company claims to prioritize creating a safer online experience, emphasizing diversity, inclusion, and accountability. One of Aylo's initiatives includes having independent assessment of its moderation practices for the next 3 years. But Aylo isn't just about adult entertainment. The company has also ventured into healthcare with Aylo Health, a platform aiming to transform how patients interact with healthcare providers. Aylo Health offers extended hours, multiple locations, and a patient-focused approach to make healthcare more accessible. Okay, that was all about Aylo. Now the story begins. What's HB3 all about? This bill, signed into law by Governor Ron DeSantis earlier this year, aims to protect minors online. That sounds great on surface, right? But the way it's being implemented, it's where things get tricky. So under this law, social media platforms are required to prevent kids under 14 from creating accounts. Kids aged 14 and 15 can have accounts, but only if their parents or guardian give thumbs up. It's all about regulating how minors interact online. But the law also has indirect implications for adult websites like PornHub. Basically, HB3 enforces strict age verification measures for website hosting adult content. That means these sites need to implement system to ensure that users are actually over 18. Sounds reasonable, right? But PornHub's parent company Aylo says it's not as simple as it seems, and that's where the drama begins. Aylo, the company behind PornHub, RedTube, YouPorn, basically all the major players in the adult content world, has come out swinging against this law. In a statement, they call the age verification requirements ineffective, haphazard, and dangerous. Why? Well, here's the argument. This law essentially requires adult websites to collect a ton of personal information from users. Think about it. To prove your age, you might need to upload an ID or other sensitive data. Now imagine hundreds of thousands of websites holding onto that information. It's a hacker dream come true. Well, this is not the first time for Aylo's. Aylo's been through this before. In Louisiana, they comply with similar regulations. And guess what? It didn't stop people from looking for adult content. Instead, users just found workarounds. They went to shady, unregulated corners of the internet, which are way more dangerous for everyone, including adults and kids alike. So Aylo's basically saying, hey, this isn't solving the problem, it's just making the internet sketchier and less safe. And honestly, they kind of have a point here. Now here's where it gets interesting. Aylo isn't just complaining about the law, they are also offering a potential solution. They are advocating for something called device-based age verification. Basically, instead of verifying your age on individual websites, your device itself would handle it. Think about it like this. Your phone or computer already has some pretty advanced tech, like facial recognition or biometrics. Aylo saying, why not use that to verify age? They claim this approach would be safer and more private since your personal data wouldn't be scattered across million different websites. Of course, making this happen would require governments, tech companies, and other stakeholders to work together. But hey, it's an idea, right? According to Aylo, the technology already exists, it's just a matter of political and social willpower. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Florida isn't the only state where PornHub has pulled the plug. Other states like Virginia, Texas, Utah, and Alabama have also seen access blocked due to similar laws. This is part of a larger trend where more and more states are introducing legislation aimed at regulating adult content. And while the goal of protecting minors is absolutely valid, these laws are sparking a lot of debates about privacy, censorship, and the role of government in our online lives. It's also worth noting that not all users are just shrugging this off. Some are calling it overreach, while others are applauding the move as a necessary step to make the internet safer for kids. It's one of those issues where opinions are really divided. So what does this mean for Floridians? Well, starting January 1st next year, if you try to access PornHub or any other sites under Aylo's umbrella, you're going to hit a brick wall. For some people, this will mean finding alternative, whether that's legal, compliant sites, or other methods. And for others, it might just be the end of their online adult content experience altogether. But the bigger question is what this means for the future of the internet. Will more states adopt similar laws? Will device-based age verification become the norm? And how will all of this shape our online freedoms and privacy? These are the big questions without easy answer, but one thing for sure, the internet as we know, it is changing. And that's it for today's video. This is such a fascinating and honestly quite complicated topic, so I'm really curious to hear what you all think. Do you agree with Aylo's stance on privacy and security, or do you think Florida's approach is the right move? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below because I love to hear from you. And hey, while you're here, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. Don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.